First in, last out. America's most elite light infantry. These are every weapon carried by the US Army Rangers. Starting off with rifles, the M4A1 carbine is still the foundation, but the Ranger version looks nothing like the basic Army issue. Full auto capability, Daniel Defense rail systems, surefire suppressors, and Night Force or Vortex Razor optics. Rangers have been running the M4A1 in combat longer than almost any other unit, and they know exactly how to set it up. The FN SCAR-L and SCAR-H see significant use within the regiment, a modular rifle platform chambered in both 5.56mm and 7.62mm. The SCAR was specifically evaluated and adopted by Special Operations Forces for its ambidextrous controls, quick-change barrel system, and reliability in extreme environments. Rangers running the SCAR-H in 7.62mm get significantly more range and hitting power than any 5.56mm platform without stepping up to a dedicated sniper rifle. In Afghanistan's long open valleys, where engagements happened at 500 meters and beyond, the SCAR-H was a genuine lifesaver. The Mk18 CQBR, with its 10.3-inch barrel, is the go-to for vehicle operations, helicopter insertions, and tight urban environments. Small enough to maneuver anywhere, still capable enough to fight with. Ranger assault elements clearing compounds in Iraq ran these constantly. The SIG MCX Spear, chambered in 6.8mm next-generation squad weapon ammunition, is entering Ranger service as part of the Army's NGSW program. This is genuinely new technology. The 6.8mm round defeats modern body armor at ranges the 5.56mm simply cannot match. The MCX Spear is the next generation of Ranger rifle and represents the most significant leap in infantry firepower in decades. Moving on to sniper and precision rifles, the Mark 22 MRAD is the current primary sniper rifle, modular, bolt action and convertible between .338 Norma Magnum, .300 Norma Magnum and 7.62mm NATO by swapping barrels. Accurate past 1,500 meters and suppressor ready. Ranger snipers were among the first conventional special operations forces to field it in combat. The M110 semi-automatic sniper system gives Ranger designated marksmen rapid semi-automatic precision fire in 7.62mm faster follow-up shots than any bolt action at ranges out to 800 meters. In a fluid raid environment where targets move quickly, the ability to fire fast and accurately at distance is critical. The M110 fills that gap perfectly. The XM2-010 enhanced sniper rifle in .300 Winchester Magnum was specifically developed for Afghanistan, where the mountains and long valleys demanded more range than the standard 7.62mm could deliver. Suppressed, accurate past 1,200 meters, and fielded directly by Ranger sniper teams who needed to reach targets that nothing else could touch. The Barrett M107A1 is the lightweight version of the famous .50 caliber anti-materiel rifle titanium components, reducing the weight significantly compared to the M82. Rangers use it to destroy vehicles, weapons caches, IED components, and fortified positions at ranges exceeding a mile. When one shot needs to stop something completely, this is the rifle. Moving on to pistols, the Glock 19 is the most carried sidearm in the regiment, compact, reliable, and running a red dot optic and weapon light, simple and fast under pressure. The M17 modular handgun, the full-size Sig Sauer P320, is the standard Army sidearm also carried across Ranger units. Higher capacity and excellent ergonomics make it a capable backup weapon. The Glock 26 subcompact sees use among Rangers in plainclothes or sensitive site exploitation roles small enough to completely conceal, but chambered in the same 9mm as everything else in the inventory. When an operator needs a weapon that disappears, the G26 is the answer. The 1911 A1 railgun in .45A CP, a modernized version of the legendary 1911, sees use among some Ranger elements who prefer the heavier caliber for close quarters, updated with rails, improved sights, and modern finishes, but the same hard-hitting .45 ACP that American operators have trusted for over a century. Moving on to machine guns, the M240L is the Ranger machine gun of choice, the lightweight titanium variant specifically pushed for by Special Operations Forces. Belt-fed 7.62mm, accurate past 800 meters, and light enough to actually run with during a fast-moving raid. Every pound matters when you are hitting an objective at 3 a.m. The Mark 46 Mod 1 gives Ranger assault elements a lighter 5.56mm belt-fed option, stripped down, fast, and mobile enough to keep up with the assault. When the mission demands maximum speed and a machine gun still needs to be in the stack, nothing else comes close. The Mark 48 Mod 1 bridges the gap 7.62mm hitting power in a package lighter than the M240. Built specifically for special operations and beloved by every Ranger gunner who has run one in combat. The M2A1 Browning rides on Ranger ground vehicles the modernized .50 caliber with quick change barrel. When Rangers move by vehicle, the Ma-Deuce comes along. It has been doing this job for a century, and nothing has replaced it yet. Moving on to shotguns, the Remington M870 MCS is the primary breaching tool short barrel, 12 gauge, used to blow hinges and locks off doors during raids. Sometimes it is purely an entry tool. Sometimes it becomes a fighting weapon 30 seconds later. It handles both. The Benelli M4 Super 90 sees use among Ranger elements for close quarters combat, a gas-operated semi-automatic 12 gauge that cycles faster and more reliably in adverse conditions than the M1014. 8 rounds, folding stock, and a track record in military service worldwide. In a dynamic entry where threats stack up fast, the semi-automatic action is a real advantage. Moving on to special weapons and support, the M3. Carl Gustav Meyer AWS is central to everything 84mm reusable rocket launcher, firing anti-armor, thermobaric, anti-personnel, and precision-guided rounds. Rangers use it to breach walls, destroy vehicles, suppress fortified positions, and clear buildings. No other single weapon in the Ranger arsenal is as tactically flexible. The Javelin missile system gives Ranger anti-armor teams precision fire-and-forget capability at over 2 kilometers top attack mode, hitting tanks on their thinnest roof armor. In Afghanistan, it was used against fortified cave complexes and mountain positions as much as vehicles, devastatingly effective in both roles. The M320 grenade launcher in standalone configuration fires 40mm airburst, thermobaric, smoke, and breaching rounds precisely at 300 meters. One Ranger with an M320 can put a grenade through a specific window on a specific floor from the street below. The Claymore M18A1 mine is a directional anti-personnel mine carried by Rangers for perimeter defense and ambushes 700 steel balls fired in a 60-degree arc at command detonation. Simple, reliable, and as effective today as it was in Vietnam. Rangers set them on their perimeter during overwatch missions and on escape routes during raids. The AN/P VS-31 BNVD binocular night vision device gives Rangers two-tube panoramic night vision that transforms the darkness into a tactical advantage. Paired with infrared laser aiming devices, Rangers engage targets in complete darkness with the same confidence as broad daylight. The enemy cannot see them coming. They can see everything. The 75th Ranger Regiment has been continuously deployed since October 2001, more consecutive combat deployments than any other special operations unit in American history. Every weapon they carry has been tested, proven, and trusted in hundreds of real-world raids across Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, and beyond. They are not the most secretive unit. They are not the smallest, but raid for raid, objective for objective, the Rangers are among the most consistently lethal forces the United States has ever put in the field.